Hey gardeners, Amy here with Garden Up. Today, Ellen and I are going to tell you about this weed right here. This is called black meddick or Medicago lupulina. So I know this plant is black meddick, but it actually has several common names. Meddick can be spelled several different ways. It's also known as nonesuch, black nonesuch, black meddick clover, hop meddick, black clover, black hay, blackweed, English trefoil, hop trefoil, and yellow trefoil. But the problem is some of those names also apply to other members of these genera and families, so they're close relatives of this plant. So that's one reason common names can get really hairy is they might apply to multiple different plants, which gets confusing. You can recognize this plant easily by its yellow flower. It grows really commonly in lawns, and personally, I don't have an issue with it if it's in the lawn. It's kind of unsightly, especially if you want a green lawn, but it stays green, it fixes nitrogen, it uses less water, it almost never needs to be mowed, and the flowers do feed generalist pollinators. So overall, it's not a bad plant if it's in the right place. The mature plants can measure from 6 to 31 inches in height, with fine stems often laying flat at the beginning of growth and later erecting. So it starts out growing flat and wide, and then it gets taller as time goes on. Usually, I've never honestly seen it get more than about 6 to 8 inches high, and that's really old ones. But I have seen them stand up a little bit right at the end as I'm digging them up. The leaves are compound, each with 3 oval leaflets, carried on a short petiole, and the center leaflet usually has a slightly longer petiole. The leaves are hairy, toothed towards the tip, and they differ from those of other trifolium species in that they end in a short point. That's literally how you tell this clover from other clovers, is that if you look really closely at the leaf, there's a little point at the center right here. Black meddick has small yellow flowers grouped in tight bunches called compact racemes. On larger plants, the flower heads may reach 8 millimeters or more. The fruit is a single-seeded pod, 1.5 to 3 millimeters in diameter, that does not open upon maturation but hardens and turns black when ripe. Each pod contains a single amber-colored seed. Like other legumes, the root of black meddick contains nodules hosting nitrogen-fixing bacteria. Plants that survive for more than 1 year may develop a deep taproot. This plant is native throughout Europe and North Africa, the Near East, and most of Asia, including India, China, and Korea. It is naturalized in Central Asia, Japan, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, and the United States and Canada, and much of South America. It is found in all 50 states, including Hawaii and Alaska, but it is considered noxious in Arizona, according to the BONAP map. Black meddick thrives in dry to moist, well-drained soils containing sand, loam, or clay, and is a pioneer plant, often growing on disturbed ground. It grows in alkaline, neutral, and mildly acidic conditions. It does not grow well in shady areas. To remove, just get the stems out of the way so you can find the center where the root is. And then take a hori-hori or a shovel, but this isn't that big. You don't really need a shovel for this. Go a few inches out and pop. There you go. Black meddick grows well in limestone soils and on coastal sand dunes where it suffers less competition from other plants, and as such is found on many islands such as Taiwan and the Canary Islands and many others. It is resistant to cold and can be found on mountains up to 1,800 meters high. Black meddick is a good source of nectar for bees to use to make honey. It's frequently found in natural pastures and may be planted in order to create artificial meadows, especially on dry land. The presence of black meddick in large concentrations as a lawn weed may indicate that the soil is poor in nitrogen. However, because black meddick and other clovers fix nitrogen in the soil, this deficiency can improve over time due to the presence of these plants. Black meddick is sometimes used as a fodder plant. Its hardiness and ability to grow in poor soils, as well as its tendency to fix nitrogen in the soil, make black meddick a good choice for pasturage, although its fodder value is limited. It is grazed by sheep, but is not very palatable to cattle. So thanks for watching this, everybody. I hope it was valuable to you. If you liked it, make sure to tell me by hitting the like button. If you have any questions, leave them in a comment down below. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe so you get more gardening content like this in your video feed every week. On that note, everybody, thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the garden.